Hey, what's going on? This blog is dedicated to teaching and Japanese schools. Um, I love my job. It's a great job. It's very rewarding. It's very exciting. It's tiring. It's challenging. Um, and it's an experience I can't really describe. It's hard to describe at least, but it's all around wonderful. Um, I work at 8 elementary schools, currently 7. I'll be working at the 8th in October. There are pros and cons for working at 8 elementary schools. Um, uh, Cons, I get an inconsistent schedule. I always have to check which school I'm at for the day, and it's just very random at times. So inconsistent schedule. The time spent with the kids are very infrequent. Um, I'll see them on Monday, and I'll have a great lesson, a great time with them, fun, whatever. And I'm like, all right, I won't see you for another 2 weeks or a week and a half or whatever. So it's really infrequent that the time spent with the kids. It's tough when you just get to know the kids and then you have to move on. Or when you begin to grow your relationship with the kids and you move on. Other con is I teach the same lessons all week long. Um, for example, I did my introduction lesson, introducing myself, where I'm from, what I like. I did that for like a month straight, just like almost 2 months actually. I think a few weeks ago I did an introduction lesson with the first graders. So all week long you may find yourself teaching the same lesson, and it gets a bit boring, a bit repetitive. And lastly, there are tons of names to remember. I have well over 650 students amongst all my schools, and that's a lot of names to remember. I know faces and I know personalities, but remembering names is a bit tough. Um, as far as pros go, um, I get a different route to school every day. Every day I get a new scenic route. Like I have the schools by the rice fields, or the schools by the mountains, or the school right there. So every day is a new route, and the school that's closest to me is actually a 20-minute bike ride. So I usually like to ride my bike there. Um, Another pro is I teach the same lesson all week long, which means there's a lot of room for improvement. There's a lot of room to improve my mistakes, learn from my mistakes, um, and just basically make the lesson better every time. Sorry, I'm tired. Um, Another pro is, I guess, the time spent apart with the kids makes me appreciate them more. Makes me want to get more out of get more out of that day, and basically enjoy it more, and not really take them for granted, because I see them maybe like either once a week or once every week and a half. And another pro is that every class is different. My smallest class is 4 kids. My largest class is 34 kids. I may get a noisy class. I may get a quiet class. I may get a class that learns quick. I may get a class that learns slow. So every class is different, so it really keeps me on my toes as far as my approach to teaching them. The position is called Assistant Language Teacher. It's known throughout Japan as ALT, Assistant Language Teacher. In junior high and high school, my wife's in junior high. You are the aide, you are the guide to the English teacher of the junior high or high school. You are the assistant language teacher. In elementary school, you are the main English teacher, and you make all the lessons. Usually you'll make all the lessons, and the homeroom teacher is your aide or your guide. It's really a dual teaching kind of thing, with the exception of some teachers. And like I said, you make all the lesson plans, with the exception of 2 schools that have the lesson plans for the year, and they give it to me and I prepare them. And sometimes I even get like an assistant, so he or she is like the assistant to the assistant language teacher, if that makes sense. Um, And then also the 5th and 6th graders have a textbook called Ego Note. Ego Note, English Note. I believe it's nationwide, and it's difficult to teach that alone. Actually, you can't really teach it alone, although sometimes it seems like I do with some teachers, but it's geared towards ALTs and homeroom teachers. And the problem I have with the book is that the teacher's guide is all in Japanese, with the exception of the ALT's dialogue. So it's basically there for the homeroom teacher to know most of what's going on, and then for them to follow up with the ALT of how to do the lesson. But when I'm doing my lesson, I try to involve the teacher as much as I could. Some teachers love getting involved; they just do it, and it makes it easier. Others, they kind of just stand back and they jump in when they need to. But I try to involve them all the time, and it's not always easy. Um, and I have 4 minutes left. Can I do this in 4 minutes? I don't think I could. Okay, so that was I guess, the teaching portion of this vlog. I guess I'll make a part 2. The next one will be about Japanese schools. So, okay, so hang in there. Part 2 is coming, or it may be here already. Okay, see you.